What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of F1 2016 Mobile Career Mode. And today we have episode number 77 at the Spanish Grand Prix in Season 6. Check out the last episode if you missed it. That took place at the Italian Grand Prix. There was a great battle with my teammate Lewis Hamilton for the majority of the race. However, unfortunately, I got let down once again by the game, as you can see on screen, with the pit stop glitch that in fact ended up costing me the race win. I did manage to catch back up to Hamilton, but at the expense of 0.6 of a second, was denied of a victory in Monza. And today, it's concrete, quite clear. We have to win. This is a must-win race. We must strike back at Hamilton, who's had all the momentum, all the rub of the green recently. I think he's had 3 or even 4 wins in a row, 19 points in the lead. We have to win today.
Welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya here in Spain for what is expected to be a very closely contested race.
So it's yet another pole position here in Barcelona. I think that's my 4th or 5th in a row. Qualifying's absolutely no problem in this car. The 1-lap pace is fantastic. Thankfully though, Vettel managed to out-qualify Hamilton onto the front row. Strategy today, 1 stop soft onto medium or hard. I'm a bit undecided, to be honest, and I'm actually just using the default setup because I think that worked really well for me in practice. 5 red lights are out and we are underway for the Spanish Grand Prix in Season 6, and that's a pretty good start off the line, although unfortunately Hamilton's immediately jumped Vettel, and he might even look to try and overtake me into turn 1. He pulls to the right hand side, although thankfully I'm a little bit later on the brakes and can hold the racing line, so we are going to indeed maintain the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix into turn 1. And by the start of lap 6, that's a huge mistake as the tyre wear kicks in. To be honest, I've been controlling the gap pretty well to Hamilton so far in this Grand Prix. We haven't had a lot going on, it's just been me doing laps. However, traditionally this has been a very, very tough track for the player, especially me, and the AI are very, very strong around here. So, although we did manage to take a sublime win here in Season 2 as Max Verstappen, I'm not expecting to do the same today, to be honest. I feel like Hamilton will be really strong. He's really catching up to me a lot more at a quicker rate now that my tyres are beginning to wear out, so I'm probably going to think about making a pit stop at the end of this lap. So that's exactly what we're going to do as we come through this horrible chicane that's rumoured to be getting rid of for 2023. That would be very nice. Into the pit lane we come. I'm going to go for the hard tyres, actually play it safe on the tyre wear. Can we not have a pit stop glitch, please? It's not going to be 33 seconds. I think that's 3 or 4 seconds over what it should be. Not ideal, but equally, it could be a lot worse. We've come out in P4 though, so that's very nice indeed. Plenty of clean air to push after Fernando Alonso, the Spanish driver, currently on the podium in his home race. I've set the fastest lap of the race, absolutely nailing the final sector. Here comes Hamilton out the pits at the start of lap number 9. This could be really, really close. He moves into the racing line. Contact made round the outside, and we do barge our way back into the net race lead of the Spanish Grand Prix, but only just. Hamilton is all over my gearbox, and he is going to be on slightly fresher tyres. That's what we've got to watch out for. That could become a bit of a dilemma as the race progresses, as Hamilton's going to have 2 or 3 laps fresher tyres, so we are going to need to watch that at the end. For now, I'm just trying to defend my position, because once Sebastian Vettel pulls into the pits, I will indeed inherit the lead of the Grand Prix. Moving on to a lap later, we're catching up to the first lap car of Jenson Button. Thankfully, he's going to move out of the way. He causes me no issues whatsoever. However, the McLaren driver does hold up my teammate. Gives me a bit of DRS as well, so does that mean we're going to break 2 seconds nearly? As we are coming through the final sector now, we've got more lap cars coming up on the mini-map, and do you know what? I was really surprised, but actually, I settled into a really nice rhythm. And as luck would have it, I managed to... Oh, bugger. I was just about to say I settled into a really nice rhythm and was pulling out a decent gap, maybe 3.5 seconds off Hamilton, until I got that 2-second penalty. So that makes things a whole lot harder, simply because Well, look at that OP straight line speed from Ricciardo. That's partly why I stuck to the default setup. I needed some downforce for the corners, but also I needed to be able to try and match that OP straight line speed. As we head towards the end of the first sector, the Red Bull driver down in the dumps. It's not been a good race for the Australian. Is he going to get out of the way? Yes, he does, thankfully. So 3.5 seconds is now the gap to Lewis Hamilton, which will turn into 1.5 seconds with my penalty. So as Kvyat goes off the road, the Russian driver is thankfully going to let me through without a fight. Yes, he is. That's nice to see. And we've got Raikkonen next. So it's not been a good day for Red Bull and Ferrari. You've got two of their drivers really struggling out there on the track, as the Flying Finn is only in P19. Oh wait, the Flying Finn's Bottas. Never mind. I don't suppose it really matters. However, we have managed to almost break Hamilton to outside 5 seconds, which would be for the first time in this Grand Prix, as now we're onto the penultimate lap of the race, and he's nowhere to be seen. I don't know what happened. I managed to pull away against the odds, as now a lapped car has suddenly decided he wants to race me. There's the Flying Finn himself, Valtteri Bottas. But yeah, the tyre wear is beginning to kick in now on these hard compound tyres, and I'm struggling a little bit for grip, which is why probably Bottas is so much faster than me, because I believe he's just pitted for a set of soft tyres. Gutierrez was spun round there. I think he's done a 180. I don't know how that's happened, but the Mexican driver I don't believe was in the points anyway. Coming towards the end of the lap, we've got the other Mexican driver of Perez, and he's fighting home hero Carlos Sainz, and the Toro Rosso suddenly swerves into the pits. That scares the Force India driver. Is he going to let me go out of the way? Of course he isn't, as we're now starting the final lap of the race, and although I've got a 2-second penalty, Hamilton is nowhere to be seen, so it looks like we might be able to hold on. Do excuse that outrageously aggressive defence from me, but I just think Bottas has got no place to be racing the race leader when he's a lap down. I don't care how fresh your tyres are, he's supposed to back off. It's just all these problems with blue flags in this game. Yeah, I don't like it. As we're coming towards the end of the final sector, and this is exactly what we needed. I don't believe we've won a race since Baku, so that we haven't won in 5 races, and that streak is going to come to an end today. We had a disastrous race in Germany. Silverstone wasn't ideal, as we only managed P3, but here in Barcelona we're going to come through the final chicane, and the odds have been against me today given the quality of the AI traditionally at this track, and we're going to win at the Spanish Grand Prix against the odds to strike back at Lewis Hamilton. We needed that. Great win. So there you are, we won by 10 seconds, which cuts down to 8 seconds with the penalty applied. I think Hamilton just got really held up by lap traffic. I don't know why he was so far behind me. Anyway, Verstappen completes the podium. That's back-to-back podium for him. Vettel, Hulkenberg's up there. Alonso in the points in his home race as well, which is nice to see. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, though, that's the crucial point. How does this affect the standings? Well, Hamilton is of course still going to be leading, but we've cut the gap down to 12 points. And the next race is at the Belgian Grand Prix. That's a strong track for me compared to the AI, so hopefully if we could get a win there, we could cut it back down to within 5 points, and then we're rocking and rolling, we're right back in the fight. So that was a crucial win for us today. I'm really pleased that we managed to get that one wrapped up in the bag. Bottas has not even scored points yet. What a miserable season he's having. We're a third of the way through the season. We're over 110 points clear in the Constructors. I think we're going to win that regardless. That's fairly obvious when you're driving by what is by far the quickest car. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Both links will be in the description below. And I'll see you guys all for the next race at the Belgian Grand Prix. But of course, today was Monoposto Updates release day. So I've no idea when we'll next be back on this game, because obviously I've not played that game in months. So expect a spam upload.